Yo, what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to be playing a new game called AFK Arena. It's not really new, but it's going to be new to this channel, and it's something that I'm going to be starting to make a whole bunch of guides on and videos on. And I hope you guys, stick around and support me on this AFK Arena journey that I'm starting to take. So we're going to go ahead and start with tips and tricks. So this is going to be kind of like a beginner to an intermediate type of guide. So there's about like 9 tips that I have. I've been playing for like a month and a half, I want to say, maybe 2 months. And so far, these are the tips that I found that personally helped me a lot, and stuff that I wish I known back when I first started. So hopefully you guys enjoy the video. Let's get into it. So tip number 1 is going to be save your gems. So you do not want to waste your gems on buying equipment. So if you were to go to the store, and here right now I do have mythic gear available in the store because of the stages that I'm on and the level that I'm at. I do have access to mythic gear, but again, I do not recommend you waste gems on legendary gear, elite gear. It may look enticing to you, but stay away from it. I'm gonna tell you when to buy gear, which is gonna be when you unlock mythic gear in the labyrinth. So when you're doing labyrinth, let's quickly jump into there, the arcane labyrinth. Right now I've already completed the labyrinth for this day, so I'm waiting for the refresh. But when you get to the second floor, you're gonna see like this little cart. It's gonna be not the blue cart, but like the brownish cart, where you can get artifacts, gear. You're gonna buy the mythic gear that comes in there once you're high enough level. So you can, when you go up to the second floor, you can scroll and kind of press wherever that cart is, and you can view what items are in there before you even get to that cart, so you have an idea of if you want to go to that equipment cart or not. And you can buy the gear. So now what I recommend is buying mythic gear that's 40% off in the labyrinth. And the way you want to see is if you really need that gear is when you click on the gear that's in the cart, you can hit this little search tool and it'll tell you which heroes need that gear. If it's a gear that you really need or use a lot, then I would recommend picking it up. If you don't really use that hero, I would just forget about it and save your gems. Really, you always want to use your gems on using them on summons. You want to summon 10 heroes at a time, so I highly recommend you save your gems in the beginning. Don't waste it on anything. It's definitely not worth it, and it's going to help you out in the long run. Also, the wish list is a little weird because I feel like it does work and it doesn't work. It's really RNG based, so it's really random on if you're going to get these heroes or not. But you definitely want to put the heroes that you want in there, and that way you have a little bit of a better chance of getting them. So always make sure you have your wish list updated. There's new heroes coming out, and whatever you do need to ascend, you definitely want to have your wish list up to date. Tip number 2 is friends in high places. So what that means is this will basically work when you're starting off in a new server. It is possible later down the road, but you definitely want to go to Wall of Legends, and you kind of want to see like who is up there in terms of staging, and the other ladders, King's Tower, Arena. You want to go to different locations and find who's the top players and try to get them to add you. So what I did, because I didn't know about this when I first started, I literally messaged them and see if they would, replace somebody that's inactive on their friends list, and see if they are willing to add me instead. It's a little bit tough doing that, but in the beginning, you definitely want to try to get add the highest level person and see if they'll add you. Reason being is you want to get your library filled out. So you want to work with your guild and you want to work with your friends. You can message your friends, you can message your guild mates. Once you do have the guild unlocked and you're in a guild, you definitely want to go in and work together on getting the heroes that you need to filling out your library completely. So you can message your friends like, hey, I need this hero up. Can you go ahead and put this hero up so I can fill out my library? So you guys can kind of work together with your friends in your guild to hopefully fill out your whole library and get those extra bonuses. As you can see, you know, having these heroes, you get 3 attributes, and they definitely help out a lot in terms of the bonuses that you do get. So that is an amazing tip that I wish I'd known, especially in the beginning when the server is brand new. You have a whole bunch of people joining that server. You definitely want to try to add the highest level friends you can. I would just message everybody. I was only able to add like 1 person out of the wall of legends. So, you know, good luck to you, but that's the best way to go about it. You definitely want to have that library filled up as soon as possible. Tip number 3. You definitely want to do your peaks of time. So once you have this unlocked, you definitely want to do your new peaks of time as you get them, as you unlock them. Reason being, you're going to have an amazing rewards coming through, and you do get powerful artifacts as well. So these are the artifacts that you can kind of receive, and you can see they have amazing abilities, and you only get them from peaks of time. So you definitely want to go ahead and get these artifacts and do your peaks of time. They give you a whole bunch of heroes essence, they give you gems, they give you gear, and that's another place where you're gonna get your gear from, your elite gear, your legendary gear. That way you're not wasting gems in the store buying gear. You definitely want to save your gems. So that is gonna be the best bet for you, is just to do your peaks of time as soon as possible once you have the new one started. Even if you can't finish it, or even if you're struggling, you should still at least try to attempt it and get as far as you can. And I'll make a whole separate video on peaks of times. I'm going to be doing a guide on each one individually. There's a whole bunch of puzzles and stuff with these peaks of times, and some of them are really hard, where there's puzzles and you have to go certain areas and, you know, finish certain bosses first, pick up all the relics. So I'll make a detailed video on the peaks of times and make a guide on each individual one. So I'll cover that in a separate video. Tip number 4 is you're gonna want to buy the hero essence from the store every day. So here you're gonna get 500 hero essence, or the purple dust, and it costs, I think, like 2 million gold. You definitely want to buy this every day. Hopefully, if you can afford it, that's like one of the best things to spend your gold on, other than, you know, leveling up your heroes and your gear. You definitely want to try to pick this up every day. You're gonna need a lot of hero essence, especially down the road. If you need an example, trying to level up my Chimera to level 201, I need 30,000 dust, and it's just a grind to, you know, get that much dust. So you're gonna need a lot moving forward. Tip number 5, you definitely want to do your guild hunts daily. So hopefully when you can join a guild, or if you're already in a guild, you join a guild and you want to do your guild hunts every single day. And you should try to join a level 3 or level 4 guild with 40 to 45 people in it that are active. They should be active. They should be doing their guild hunts daily. That way you can go ahead and have Surin unlocked. That way you can do this like every day or every other day, as soon as it's possible. So you definitely want to join at least a high level guild that has active people. So my guild is currently recruiting AFK and smoking. So our guild leader Dread loves cigars, so it's not a cigar unless it's Cuban. So that's Dread for you. Shout out to you, Dread. So we have this guild called AFK and Smoking, and we are recruiting, even though we're full at the moment. Hopefully when we get to level 5, we definitely want to have like more people come in. I think it increases 5 members per level. So you definitely, we are recruiting always. So if you're interested, you know, just leave me a message, and we can, you know, get you in here. Another tip is going to be, remember to update your formation, especially in arena. So when I first started playing, I completely forgot to update my formation in arena. So I was leveling up my heroes and I was killing people in arena that were much stronger than me, but I'm like, why am I always dying? And I completely forgot to update my formation. So remember to always update your formations in arena. If you're in the Legends Challenger tournament, you definitely want to update your 3-man teams there as well. So you definitely want to make sure that you have your formations updated and the right people in place. Another tip is for you to refresh while you're in arena and you challenge someone. You definitely want to try to focus on killing the last two people below you. Even if you can't kill the people that are above you and attack the people and take their place, you definitely want to attack the lowest, the two below you, basically. So you're gonna challenge, and you can see this guy Lucifer. I don't know how to pronounce that, but if I had tickets, I would attack him, and then I would attack Seb1337. So these are the two people that I would keep refreshing, and it doesn't cost you anything. You can keep refreshing, and whenever I see one of those two, I would only attack them and kill them. That way I can get the most points for the arena. So that's my recommendation for arena, is to always kill the two below you and try to maximize your points to see if you can move up, even if you can't place number one. That's the best way to do arena, in my opinion. Keep refreshing and keep attacking the people below you. Another tip is going to be, you want to take advantage of the exit battle or try again battle feature for unlimited tries. So thankfully this game does not run on energy, so it's going to help you a lot in the labyrinth and in the peaks of time. So whenever you're doing peaks of time, you can go ahead, and I'm just going to quickly do this here to show you an example. I don't really care what happens here, but basically when you start, you can go ahead and pause. Let's say I'm taking a lot of damage, like look, my Brutus is dying. I know it's not the case. Generally I would play this out, but if you just hit try again, you go back to full health and you can rerun that same level again, or you can exit battle, come back to it later on if you need to do something else, or you can just go ahead and go back in and just keep trying. So you can change up your formation like this. If you're seeing somebody's dying too quickly or somebody's taking a lot more damage, you can kind of move your characters around and you have unlimited tries to get it done. So that's another tip, is to always hit, you can always pause it when you begin the battle. You can always exit battle or try again, and you'll have back to full health. You'll have the same amount of energy you had before. So if my Brutus or my Lucius had like full energy and they would pop the shield, I can go ahead and take care of that, restart it, and it'll start back up again in the same spot. So that's another tip that I would highly recommend, is to make sure you take advantage of that, especially in the labyrinth and peaks of time. And then another tip is to adjust your formations and pay attention to what is going on in the battle. This game does have a lot of strategy elements to it. So for example, I know this this Muriel mage here is usually gonna be annoying, and so is Isabella. So what I'm gonna do is, here I'm trying to see like who is Fox gonna put in the coffin. So it's gonna be Muriel. So what I can do is, Isabella is gonna be my next hard hero to kind of like combat. So I'll have my Athelia attack Isabella. That way I can get that out of the way, and I can go ahead and put Muriel in the coffin. So there's a little bit of strategy involved, and I'll make another detailed video on that. But you definitely want to adjust your formation and see what's going on in the battle. So moving forward, you should definitely be paying attention when you are doing your your peaks of times or your arena or anything like that. Even in the campaign, you definitely want to see who is causing you the most trouble. And Fox is an amazing hero that's gonna put the strongest enemy in the coffin and take him out of the battle for a few minutes. So you definitely have an idea as far as how to adjust your formation and what strategy to use. And the last tip that I have for you guys is fast rewards. Personally, I would use it up until the 200 gem mark. I would not use it further than that. That's just my personal opinion. That's how I use it. So I would not waste more than the 200, 300 gems. I would not go past that part. I would just do it up until it hits the 200 mark, and I would stop right there. So that's all for this video. Let me know what you guys think, and hopefully I'm definitely gonna bring, you know, all of the peaks of times. I'm gonna bring you a separate video on Temple of Ascension, because there's a lot of tips and details that go into Temple of Ascension. The resonating crystal, I'm gonna make a detailed video on this as well, and what I recommend. So let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you guys want more videos, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you all for tuning in. Peace.